It's Wednesday, the 21st of March, 2018, and welcome to Navigating Your Day. Safety Engine Light number 21 came into the universe meaning profound security, escape from mental bondage. So I think that one's funny actually. It's not, right? It's profound, but escape from mental bondage. I sort of expect there to be like this do-do-do-doom, like heavy drum roll kind of music, when something like not great is going to happen. Anyway, moving on. So safety engine light number 21 is located here on the zygomatic arch. And so we have 20 from yesterday. Remember, that's everlasting eternity. 21, which is profound security and escape from mental bondage. So my understanding of that is that we are in bondage to our perceptions. We are in bondage to our mind. We are in bondage to the stories that we tell about our lives. We often are trapped by perceptions that we have of ourselves and of other people, or perceptions of how we think the world works. And a lot of those are gathered from our childhood, and we're not even aware of them. We think we're so confident about how independently we think and how free thinking we are, but in actual fact, much of our thinking and programming stems from our very early childhood, and those stories keep us bound very often into repeating patterns in our lives, into not being satisfied with ourselves, into lowering our self-esteem, and into it keeps us trapped effectively. It keeps us trapped and limited by those perceptions. So when safety engine lock number 21 is open, then we can escape from the bondage that we impose on ourselves through our thoughts effectively. So you can open safety engine lock number 21. You can hold safety engine lock number 4 by cupping the back of the head. You can hold safety engine lock 20 for a few minutes, and then you can hold safety engine lock 21 for a few minutes. Or you can hold 4 and 21 at the same time. Or you can hold 21 and this one just underneath the collarbone, which is 22. This is actually the first step of what we call the stomach organ flow, and it helps to harmonize thinking and mental perceptions. So 21 is a 3. 3 is the number of expansion. It's either a number of extreme contraction and you become really mired in your beliefs and your thoughts and you think everyone should just believe what you do and there's only one way and it's your way and it's like my way or the highway for everyone. Or you can have the other side of the 3, which is expansive. It's all inclusive. It embraces all that which is seen and unseen. And so when we have the balance between what is true for us and what resonates for us, and where we can go, where we become brave enough to go, where we're not used to going or we're scared of going in our minds, then we maintain that true creativity. We connect to that part of ourselves that is truly creative, and then we can produce something that is useful not only to ourselves, but to the world also. So we have 2 3s and a 2 in the root of the life map today. So there's lots of fire. So you might find yourself being very fiery. You might find yourself getting very impatient with people that you think are slower than you are. You might think that people who can't see the long-term goal as clearly as you can are just absolutely stupid. You might find yourself being very frustrated. Just know that everybody gets to where they need to go at their own pace, and that not everybody needs to believe exactly what you do. And that actually, even though a lot of the time those 3s can see the end result, there are no prizes for being right, and you're only right based on your perceptions anyway. So try not to be too bossy, try not to be too dictatorial, try to be more expansive and inclusive, because both of those are potentially for us today. We of course have the 2 from 2018, which is a water number, which helps to actually calm down some of the fire from the 3s, and it helps us to maintain perspective and balance. The hero today is the 8, and the 8 is about boundaries. The 8 is about being able to put boundaries on that expansiveness of the 3. When it starts getting too scary and you start becoming overwhelmed with anxiety, maybe not. If you find it very exciting, but you're trying to drag someone else with you and they're finding it very anxious, anxiety-inducing, well, actually, maybe that's the point at which we need to put the boundaries on, put the brakes on. So 8 help us to put the brakes on in order to keep us safe. They also help us to make it practical so that we don't get lost in dreaming and these wonderful ideas, and we set these magnificent goals and we have these wonderful visions, and then practically we don't actually do anything about it. You can sit there and you can imagine it and you can visualize it and you can feel it as much as you like, but actually if you don't take action, it is not going to come to fruition. So 8 is about what practical action can I take today in order to implement the strategy that the 3 is able to put in place in order to reach the goal, which is what the 3 can vision. And the 2 helps us to maintain that balance between nurturing ourselves and nurturing others, and focusing on ourselves and focusing inwardly and focusing outwardly or externally on those external goals. The villain today is a 2. So when we have a 2 in the villain position, then we become insensitive to our own feelings and the feelings of others. We shut off the emotional function. So if you have a great plan, if you have a goal, if you have a strategy, you tend to spend more time in the head, maybe more time in the doing, and less time in the feeling, because the feelings just sort of feel like they're holding us back, right? And so when in the villain position, we can be blind to our own feelings and we can be blind to the feelings of others. So that's potentially quite a volatile mix, because the 3s, you may think that you're right. You may see the goal, you may have the strategy, and you may be being prepared to go hell for leather in order to achieve what you want to achieve. And you may need a couple of people to help you along that way, and you might be insensitive to their feelings and not take them into account, and then end up with a bit of an emotional shitstorm essentially on your hands. So do be aware of that today. You can, as I said, harmonize safety engine lock number 21 by holding 21 and 22. We'll talk about 22 tomorrow. 22 means happy and content wherever I am. Or you can hold the thumb. Safety engine lock number 21 is located on the thumb. So if you hold your thumb, then you harmonize the stomach and spleen organ function energies. You bring the thinking and the feeling into balance. You harmonize worry and anxiety, and you help to keep your digestive system working optimally. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.